to vote for the 2 million Pennsylvanians that depend on SNAP over party.
Joining us now is California Congressman Jimmy Gomez. Congressman, thank you for being here. Does what Senator Fetterman say resonate with you on any level?
Senator Fetterman has lost his way. I think he's abandoned the working class base of Pennsylvania and doesn't understand that they are under tremendous strain when it comes to cost of living increases. That's across the country. When the cost of gas, food, utilities, insurance goes up, and up, that is crushing people. So then they're facing increases in healthcare subsidy, in healthcare costs per month, and thousands, if hundreds of dollars that lead up to thousands of dollars per year. And he wants to basically open the government and let these subsidies go away, hurting his own people. So what he's saying doesn't make sense because he's not helping the people that he purports to represent.
But he did talk about SNAP, which certainly helps those who are in dire need. Does that resonate with you at all, where he's saying, look, you know, it looks as if my colleagues are voting to help some people now by hurting, or voting to hurt some people now by trying to vote to help others later when it comes to the health care subsidy. He says we can do that after, but we've got to open the government. How do you see that?
I think that he doesn't know how to negotiate, to be honest with you. I think that if he basically gives the hostage takers, the legislative hostage takers of the Republicans and Donald Trump, who control the entire federal government, by the way, what they want, they're never going to deal with the problems. That they're just going to pass another one big, beautiful bill that cuts benefits and SNAP that he tends to forget that they already cut, and Medicaid, and give tax breaks to the richest individuals in the country. So Senator Fetterman needs to really kind of learn how to do his job and then get back to work.
All right, let me ask you about what is happening with immigration there in Los Angeles. You represent a very diverse district in Los Angeles, including Eagle Rock. U.S. Marshals say one of their agents and an undocumented immigrant were shot by federal agents in L.A. during a targeted traffic enforcement operation by ICE. Federal agents say that they opened fire after the suspect rammed two law enforcement vehicles that had boxed him in, trying to apprehend him. Here's what DHS Assistant Secretary for Public Affairs Tricia McLaughlin said. She blamed the incident on rhetoric from politicians who she said urged undocumented people to resist arrest. How do you respond to that accusation?
Well, I think once again, they're probably cherry picking facts or making up facts all together. And that's because the DHS and Homeland Security, as well as ICE, have been just lying from the get-go of what's going on here on the ground. When I went to the good examples, when I went to the ICE detention facility, and they didn't let me in the first couple of times, they said because there was 1,000 protesters outside. There was no one outside. There was reporters outside that had it all on camera, and it was empty. But they were saying there was 1,000 protesters. They tend to make up facts and lie to the American public to justify their actions. First, there should people have a right, have certain rights under the law. They can exercise those rights. They should not try to flee or resist arrest because somebody can get hurt. But the fact that they're saying that occurred, I don't necessarily believe them. I don't know what the facts are, but I can tell you this, that they do lie over and over again to justify what occurred or what they did in the process.
How much immigration enforcement do you want to see? How should ICE operate in your view?
Well, I think that the the federalization of the National Guard, basically this national police force that Trump's trying to put all over the country, is unacceptable. One of the things that we want to basically see is an ICE as well as a Customs and Border Patrol that respects the rule of law. They're not respecting the rule of law as we see. And then at the same time, we also understand that he passed $175 billion in his one big beautiful bill, which is basically a slush fund that he's going to use to build up ICE and CBP across the country. That's not acceptable. And we're going to fight back and try to take that money away from him.
Congressman Jimmy Gomez, I do appreciate you getting up very early there in Los Angeles for us.